Oh my God, Tiffany! Oh, look at
Hello.
people. Hi.
Hi.
Ah, look at that beautiful smiling face. Oh my gosh, so many good people here today.
Hey, Jen, I'm going to turn my camera off because we've got a project coming in, some emails coming in today. I don't want to be a distraction. So I'm going to turn my
Okay.
camera
Yeah,
off.
I'm just gonna be pretty much pinned the whole time and have a deck. I'm gonna talk to
You
my
look gorgeous.
deck. Oh, thanks so much. Oh my God, so many people here. Okay, this is awesome. I just want to make sure everyone is muted. Wow, this is a punctual bunch, which I love so much. So many familiar names, and then quite a few people that I don't know. So I look forward to getting to know you guys. This is going to be interesting. We had a little bit of a pivot in what we were going to be presenting today. So we have a little bit of a scramble. I'll tell you exactly what I mean by that. I'm going to give it just one more minute, and I apologize if I keep looking off to the side, but I have my team doing a photo shoot in real time for a client that's giving approvals, and like I'll try to silence the notifications, but they come in like 15 at a time because everybody's like, move this 1 inch over and turn that around and lay it down instead of a. It's like, ugh. Awesome. Okay, guys, welcome to the masterclass that we're going to be presenting strategies for how to get your products or your clients' products featured in holiday gift guides. I'm Jen Burson. I am going to introduce myself because I don't know a lot of you here. Hi, Ashley and Natasha, but I am, and Serena, I'm the founder of Generation PR. I live in Los Angeles. Um, hmm. Okay, let me see if I can do this. Does this work? Hold on, someone asked for this. Okay, there we go. Hi, okay, cool. There's great people here. I mean, you're all great, but it's so nice to see familiar faces. So I founded a PR agency, and you guys can hear me okay. Sorry, I know I like upped my mic. Okay. I started my PR firm in 2005, Generation PR. It's been 17 years. I still run it. And then I have a whole other side of my business that's dedicated to supporting the PR community, providing resources, training, strategies, so that, and like and when I tell you up to the date, like strategies in real time, we're committed to that. So it's my passion to support this community, and we are here. My goal, just so you understand everything that I'm trying to help you accomplish, it's to have a business you love, to be able to work with clients that you love, to be intentional about the work you do and the clients that you work with, and have a strategy behind everything you do. And then it's all about supporting clients and getting great results for them so they don't want to leave. I want you to have consistent, predictable, recurring retainer revenue. That's the model that I teach in a program we have called the Agency Accelerator. But that starts with providing awesome service, being on top of changes in what's happening with the media. We're committed to that. So we are always growing, evolving, updating our programs. And you'll see this one is updated in real time from something that happened yesterday. But that is the goal, is like, we want to teach you the rules of the game so that you can play it and play it well and be the expert you need to be for your clients. That's like everything we give is to help you make more money, to be in charge of your career, to help you provide amazing service. So your clients, they don't want to leave. And if they do leave, it's not a big deal because you know how to bring in other clients. You can just turn on the pipeline and bring them in. So we have taught this masterclass before. It is inside our program, the Pitch Lab, which is chef's kiss. It's excellent. It is the resource I always wish existed. Training, strategies, pitch ideas, monthly execution plans, masterclasses. It's excellent. So there's quite a few members here that are in that. And we have taught gift guides before. And I could have just said, hey, it's time to pitch, go watch that again. But things have changed even from last year. So it's our mission to give you up-to-date information. I am going to share my screen, and Tiffany says the Pitch Lab is amazing. She's one of our founding members too. I'm going to share my screen. Please write any questions you have in the chat. And there is going to be a Q&A opportunity at the end. I will stay on as long as you guys need me. I'm just managing construction in my house. So like I just told those guys, don't bother me. I'll come out when I'm done with my thing. So just stick around. If you have questions, type it here. And then I'll answer at the end. And also we have some people ask before, speaking of construction, questions people asked before, but don't unmute, just put it there. I'll either answer it in real time if I can, or I'll wait till the end and answer them all together. So without further ado, and I just want to say thank you for being here. It's just awesome for us to put together resources and know we can have an impact with them because people actually come and watch and listen, and you can offer all of these insights to your clients, which is our goal here. So welcome to our How to Be featured in holiday gift guides, typically product centered. That's my expertise. We support baby and kids brands, beauty and cosmetics brands, a lot of devices, skincare, devices for parents. We have a really high-tech baby monitor, like a high-tech breast pump, a high-tech LED face mask. I guess we're sort of a high-tech company. I don't know. But we're focused on products. So this is like my jam here. This is not how we plan to start this training, but I just want to fill you in on an email that came out yesterday. If anybody is following Bryce Gruber, she has a Substack that's excellent. It is called Bryce Gruber's Sharing Ops. And yesterday's was a bit of like a, red flags alert, alerts going off of things that are imminent and important for us to know as product-based PR representatives. So there was the meeting yesterday where the Fed announced a higher, oh yeah, people who got it. I got it. So I had like 5 people send it to me. And I'm like, I know, I saw it. Like we're on it, especially because they knew I was teaching this class today and it had to be included. Okay. So with the rate hike being, they kind of planned for a half basis point, but it ended up being 0.75 or 75 basis points. And it was the biggest rate increase since 94. And it was our government's way of throwing us into a recession to kind of help combat inflation. And we've all been feeling inflation, at the gas pumps and with rent and, just life. I mean, in California, I'm like, oh my God, can we afford to live here? It's so crazy. So this is going to have this pretty immediate impact specifically for us and our clients if they're consumer packaged goods. What's happened is that Walmart and Target and other big box stores, they kind of, knowing the supply chain issues, they kind of overbought at the beginning of the pandemic when everybody was like, I need bicycles and I'm at home cooking, so I need a barbecue and we need patio furniture and sports equipment and let's go outside and go camping. They overbought. And so they had quarterly losses and they're sitting on huge inventories. So it's been announced a couple places that they are going to be deep discounting with the intention of selling at a huge loss so that they can kind of shift for the next quarter with their earnings. And, it's kind of like you're writing down your inventory debt and sitting on what you're sitting on. And it's the goal of like cost cutting essentially to increase profit. It's not actual profit. It's not like people are buying more. It's that you're closing things out. So revenue's up, but it's kind of at a loss anyway. So one of the biggest expenses for these big box retailers are warehousing. And so they want to clear the warehouses, even if these products are sold at less than retail, and they are getting it done in the next 60 days with the intention of trying to boost quarterly earnings and get the stock prices up. So that's happening. And what that's going to do is impact probably our size clients, where they are selling products, at maybe smaller stores. And the smaller kind of medium sized stores are going to probably take a humongous hit, and it's going to happen pretty quickly because they can't sell at those deep discounts like the big box retailers can. So if you're going to go and buy a patio furniture set and you can get it on Walmart for $300 versus another, this is what Bryce's example was, versus like patiosetsrus.com for $1,000, you're clearly going to go to Walmart to buy that item. So they're going to take a huge hit pretty immediately. And other industries impacted are going to be other outdoor living essentials, patio furniture, gardening, hot tubs. I'm actually like thinking of getting my husband a sauna for Father's Day. He's been asking for one for a long time. Athleisure, and I'm watching the price fall because it was like double the price about 2 years ago when I looked, and now it's like falling. Interesting to see that. Basically, anything that people were demanding at the beginning of COVID, even like meal kits. I know I canceled my meal kit subscription. Just so many things. And like Natasha said, athleisure, Lululemon is moving over 30,000 units to clearance centers overseas to protect their brand in North America, selling the leggings for like 80% off. So this is what's happening. There's waning demand, crappy economy, and these items aren't essential anymore. It's kitchen items, especially really high-end stuff. People aren't cooking at home as much. She recommends kind of thinking of your own habits. For those 2 years, you were home cooking all of that, and now we're like dying to go out and people are dining out more. So all of those like high-end, or remodeled kitchens or the air fryers, those purchases are done. And then of course, like sporting gear, the massive surge is over for these little luxuries. And, because food, rent, everything so obscenely priced, you're going to probably pay to fill your gas tank versus buying a new fishing pole. Okay, so that's one factor to keep in mind. And then on top of it, yesterday, over the last 2 days, actually, 400 or more members of media, our contacts, got laid off. So Dash, Meredith, iHeartMedia, they're all having a big hiring freeze. And so basically, after I got this email, I jumped on the phone with Bryce and we had a discussion, and I told her we had this class and I wanted to bring this up, attribute it back to her. We are going to bring Bryce into the Pitch Lab to have a sort of deep dive masterclass with her. She's agreed to come in and talk to all of us. So we're working on getting that done. But I was happy to get on and have like an hour-long conversation to go a little deeper on this. And what happened with the media is all of these people that were sort of entry level, they were promised other jobs. They're not getting them. They instead were offered freelancing opportunities. And the commerce teams are not getting slashed, but stories and features are getting slashed. So what we have to keep in mind is that in order to compete for media features, the goal is to help the publications make money. And that is through your affiliate commissions. And Bryce is recommending that our immediate goal should be going to our clients and letting them know that they need to find ways to increase their commissions to editors so that they can generate more revenue with their features. So the insight that I got is that what they're looking, data is a huge driver. She said these publishing companies are turning into tech companies. Every single thing that they're considering is based on data, search volume. They're deliberate and calculated features they're running. It's smart entertainment. So it's something their readers are going to like. It has to be genuine and authentic or they're going to bail. And it has to generate revenue. So keep in mind that she says that their directive is to generate at least $1,000 to $1,500 in commissions from their features in the first week. And editors that cannot live up to that consistently are going to lose their jobs. Because what happens is an article that's written has to pass through formatting, the syndication team. There's all these layers of people that have salaries and their day rates. And so if they're messing with something for an hour or two, the goal has to be to sell enough product to cover those jobs, essentially, to write that feature and then be able to make the publication commission on top of it. So it's this fine balance that they have to play, the editors, between fun ideas that actually serve a purpose. They're looking at SEO stats and data that they can lean on. Like people really engage a lot with coffee related content. I don't have my coffee cup up here. I already had my second cup, which is why I'm like, ah. But she was told to write about coffee related, stories and feature coffee items because they are aware that the search volume for coffee related products people are looking for is really high, like 100,000 searches on Google, like a certain period of time, a month, and they're happy to read that content. So the difference is that in-house editors have access to the SEO statistics, but freelancers don't have that access. So they're kind of pitching stories blind, and it's going to get brutal out there for freelancers, she said, because they don't have that insight to pull together stories that can consistently generate revenue for these publications. They have to kind of see where people are clicking. That's the ratios that they're looking at, the data that they're kind of honing is like the behaviors. Where are they spending time on the site? What's the Google search volume? And the SEO stats that really tell the publications what their readers are interested in knowing about, what they're searching for. And then they can put these stories together that end up being like fun and fluffy. It's almost like that, TikTok related content where it's like, well, the product's just like $50, who cares? But she said that if you can focus on, because I said, well, a lot of our clients don't sell on Amazon, and I'm going to get into Amazon in a little bit, but they are offering share a sale or other affiliate programs on their website. But what if their products are inexpensive? She said it doesn't matter as long as you can get to an average basket size of $50 or more, which might mean that your clients are offering a shipping discount at $50 or some kind of an incentive to get it up there, because editors are going to get around $1 per transaction. And if they can get that volume up because of the search data, they can clear, $1,800, $2,000 in the first week. And that's the kind of content that they're looking to continue and replicate. So the goal for us is to help editors make money for their publications. That is what is going to move the needle on getting your clients considered over other companies vying for those same spots. And she suggests pitching immediately, ASAP, and offering up bigger commissions than you ever have before. So if your clients have offered typically, we've had media come to us and say, well, we'll write about you if you can do 25%. And we're like, our device is $400. And they're like, that's right. We want $100 per transaction, which is insane. They will come to us and ask for higher commissions. They're looking for 25, 20, over the typical 10% that you're offering on your website. So be the one to get ahead of this, get your clients on board, pitch immediately and be like neon sign in their faces about the commissions. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about the commissions coming up, because we're, last year we taught this and it was like, affiliate is nice to have. It's probably like a good thing. But now it's a need to have. If your clients do not have an opportunity for editors to earn commission through affiliate revenue, you are dead in the water. And that should also be a consideration when you're thinking about working with a client. It has to be part of your vetting process. If they don't have a strong opportunity for your media contacts to earn affiliate revenue, you are going to struggle and you're going to have a hard time, and it's only going to get worse. And the holiday season is going to be really brutal. People, they don't have money for gifts, and retailers are just slashing left and right, and it's going to take out funding for smaller companies, startups and things like that. So it's just going to have this whole trickle down effect. Not to be like sky is falling, Chicken Little. It's like, let's understand what our media contacts are experiencing so that we can work within those parameters and be successful for our clients. Okay, so got it so far? This is just like sort of breaking, not, this is like sort of not a shock, but it was interesting to understand the directive and understand data-driven SEO optimized articles that are converting and earning commission. If somebody like Bryce consistently earns commission on her features, she is not going to lose her job when other people are cut. Okay, that's why features and stories are a little bit more challenging. Okay, give me a thumbs up if you're with me. You get it. Everybody's good. Give me something. You can even say thumbs up or TU in the comments. Yikes. Yikes. Okay, well, back to where'd you guys go? Where did everybody go? Okay, yeah, for sure. Okay, good. Let me just see. So this is happening. So that happened. Back to our lesson, kind of buckle up here. But the reason we're doing it now is because, when you should start gift guide pitching for long lead is now. And it means you're doing your research, you're compiling your strategy for holiday gift guide pitching so you can really hit the ground running in July. Long leads, you need to be thinking about that right now. That's June or July. Hi, it's June already, which is so crazy. Publications close, the major monthly print publications close their submission windows early. So you want to be prepared if there's like very specific placements that are an ideal fit for your client. The lead times are going to vary based on the type of media. This is all, you guys know all this, but just to make sure we hit it in case somebody has never pitched gift guides before. I feel like it gets earlier and earlier every year and it creeps up on us. And so we wanted to get you guys thinking about it at the right time. Online media outlets, they don't really prepare so far in advance like print does. So you can reach out to them in August, early September, and short lead gift guides consider all the way up until or a couple days before Christmas. So this would be especially if your client can do some kind of expedited shipping or free expedited shipping, and you can pitch last minute gifts. And there are also certain digital short lead gift guides that are relevant all the way up until like a day or two before Christmas. And we know it's obviously better to be prepared in advance, but if you get a new client and they're like, you have to be realistic with them and say it's probably not going to happen, but see if you can work some kind of last minute opportunity. It's always great with like a digital download, a gift card, expedited shipping. This is all just to kind of help you align your pitch angle with the timing of when you're sending your pitch. If you have a client that comes to you in December and says, we want to be on gift guides, your first answer should be no. But if you hear of an opportunity, you can always throw their hat in the ring, but it's not like you can have a fully formed gift guide pitching strategy for them that late in the game. Like you have to tell them that ship has sailed. So you want to also know your audience. because certain editors are writing specifically for maybe an online publication, don't pitch them in, August if they don't really start working on that content until much later in the year. You can pitch early if you would like, but don't follow up right away. It's not like a normal pitch where you would maybe send a pitch on like a Thursday and follow up the next Tuesday or Wednesday. If it's that early, you can follow up, at the right time when they're a little closer to when they're pulling those stories together. Some gift guide pitching trends to keep in mind. Obviously, recipient specific guides are really consistently popular. We see a lot of traction in my own agency with recipient specific gift guides. So it's a big opportunity for you to position your clients' products and focus on the recipient. So how are you going to position that for a certain type of person that it would be ideal for? So consider how you can position them for a person or a type of person, like an interest-based or what their role or job is. It offers a unique opportunity for your really difficult to place products. Like an example that we had is one of our clients produces a beard oil or like beard oil, but it's a little bit out there, but we were able to position it as a gift for dads or the men in your life or your brother. And that little shift in positioning, it ended up landing multiple mainstream placements for that product. Like beard oil in and of itself, it's like you don't really think gift, but if you position it like, your hipster brother, the dad, the lumberjack dad, that whole thing was like a trend for a while. There was a lot of Shark Tank beard oil products. It sort of was a little bit mainstream. We positioned it for that specific recipient and landed a ton of media for it. Think also like the grill master, gifts for your yoga instructor or your yoga loving friend, gifts for the impossible to shop for. Those would be unique creative finds, like stuff you just can't get everywhere. It's that person who has everything. Well, they don't have this because it's so unique and different. And you want to make sure too that the products you're pitching are truly gift worthy. You don't want to kind of shove something down their throat that isn't a nice gift to have. It shows you're not really aligned with what they're writing about, or you're not pitching things that are very relevant. You don't want to try really hard to like fit a round peg in a square hole because it's going to make you look bad. So here's an example of that. The client with the beard oil also told us that it was a priority for us to help them sell through, which of course we don't always, track our results based on sales, but they had an overstock of like Rogaine, generic Rogaine for men. And they're like gift guides. And I'm going, if I bought my husband Rogaine as a holiday present and was like, you're losing your hair, here you go, that's not a very nice gift. So we pushed back and told the client, absolutely not. That's a no from me. And wouldn't, don't risk your reputation and your contacts to try to make the client happy when it's not going to work. Okay. I give you permission to push back. And I know we all push back. So the other thing too to keep in mind is clients that are going to put together something really special for the holidays, like a multi-piece set or like specific sizes of products that don't always come together, any kind of value pricing that makes it giftable, like buy one thing, receive something else as a gift bonus or special gift packaging, a special colorway, something. We're working on something completely like bedazzled in Swarovski crystals. It's so fun to work with Swarovski. They have a million types of applications, and my mind is like, just, ooh, what can we do? That will be, holiday for next year. Really cool, different things that are specific and different for the holidays, and make sure that you're doing your research and you're tailoring your pitches the right way. And then of course, there's also like price specific gift guides. So if you focus on price point, it's a really good positioning tactic. If your client has lower price items, you can get creative in how you label things, like stocking stuffers. And then of course, there's always gifts under certain price points. It's usually 25, 50, 100. And then, you know, really thinking about the price point. It's like the recipient, you know, you're not going to spend $150 on your kid's teacher, right? So don't pitch, you know, if it's a crystal apple and you're like, give this to your kid's teacher, you're not going to spend $150 on your kid's teacher. Maybe you do, but like my kids have a lot of teachers. So um think in those terms too. Like you would spend that much on your spouse or your parent, maybe, or a sibling, but not your yoga instructor or your barista that makes the perfect latte. I don't know. Just think about price points in terms of the recipient as well, and don't get out of whack with what you're telling them to feature for someone that you wouldn't spend that kind of money on. So we're gonna be here today preparing so that you can be off to the races by strategizing early. And it kind of takes that, you know, really reviewing their collection of products or the things that they're going to have available this time of year, and considering them with like a gifting eye. You know, what would be something that you can see getting traction for as a gift? What would be something that people would want to receive? Or it's kind of an under the radar item, or like maybe it's a pine scented item that kind of sits all year and nobody really buys it, but for the holidays, that's like perfect. And you're going to shed a light on that specific item because of the seasonality of the fragrance. So start to think about your clients' product offerings with what you think would get traction as a gift. And then once you determine that a product could be giftable, think about who would love to receive that product. Would it be like a busy parent, or your tech savvy friend, or your beauty product loving bestie, which is my best friend and I? Were like, did you see the new Anastasia palette? Oh my God. Like we just message back and forth and buy each other stuff. We both have a discount at like Namies and other, you know, places to the trade. And so I'll buy her one and she'll buy, it's just fun. You know, we're like, did you do your eyes with it? It's, so I know that I would focus on my best friend to give her something beauty related because she's always going to love it. It doesn't even matter what it is. But, and then think about also the benefits that would be exciting and important to the recipient. Like maybe there are vegan ingredients, the product is organically produced, or it's sustainably produced, maybe it's locally made. What are these corporate values or other things that really set your clients' products apart? Like if you have a friend that is nursing and she doesn't want to put anything that is synthetic or toxic on her skin because it's going to pass through the breast milk onto the baby. If your client, you know, think about that. If your clients have a product that is clean, organic, all, you know, natural, and I know that can be kind of like a triggering marketing word, but we do have a client that has products like that. I would pitch that to a baby and kids publication, like some kind of a, you know, hydrating lotion for the dry winter months that your nursing, you know, friend or what a sister could comfortably wear and know that she was, you know, not passing anything on to the baby that's toxic. That's really niche, but think about those things too. What are the core values? Like if you're pitching Mind Body Green, you know, think about something like this: vegan ingredients, it's organically produced, you know, small batches, things like that are interesting and make a gift interesting. And then make a list of the products and the recipients, or the types of recipients. You know, kind of keep those together in notes for your future pitch writing. So you have, maybe even your team has a Google Doc or a Google Sheet that sort of tracks everything. And you can see and maybe keep a tab on a column on where you're pitching each of these items, because not every item is a good fit for every publication. So think about you know, things that also would be seasonality. So things that would be relevant during a season as you start to strategize. So winter months, holiday centric, is something gonna meet the benefits, the needs, pardon me, and they have benefits that are gonna meet the needs of that season. Like it's dry, um, or it's like I said, you know, oil infused moisturizer with peppermint instead of lavender for the holidays. So it sort of has like a holiday spin to it. You know, seasonality is obviously really important in all of our pitches. That's the sort of timeliness aspect of it. But this is, you know, it's really clear what's going on in the last quarter of the year between, you know, kicking off at that holiday, Halloween, and then veering into Thanksgiving, you know, Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, New Year's, gifting opportunities, cold weather, dry skin. It's like the same every year. So it's not like a surprise. It shouldn't creep up on you like, oh, I didn't think of that. This is the type of thing you can back into with your clients' products if they're a match and they're aligned. And then do your research. So one of the things we love to do is check out our competitors, go look at their press. You can even Google search the brand name and gift guide. Sometimes you'll get some hits for that if they're digital features. You can also check on their website. They'll probably feature, and usually it's time related on a website. You can scroll down and see where December is and what outlets that they were featured by, and it'll help you understand what categories your products may fit into. It's going to help you understand what the competitors were able to land, because it's probably where your audience is interested in reading. Those are the media outlets that are likely to cover your type of client because they have in the past. You're offering a little bit of a different spin. Also keep in mind, as you're doing this research and you're digging, you should keep in mind which editors are compiling these gift guides. It might be different. Like I said, there's a huge media shakeup, a lot of freelancers, a lot of editors going freelance. Now they're kind of most likely run by commerce editors. That wasn't even a thing when I started PR. So if you can start to see certain editors writing these gift guides consistently, keep that on your research list as well, so that you know who you can be pitching. So you're going to start to understand who's compiling these gift guides. And then there's also these kind of, you know, Small Business Saturday, Giving Tuesday. So if there's like nonprofits or schools, this Giving Tuesday movement is a great way to boost your efforts to raise funds, attract supporters, share your success. So this Giving Tuesday takes place, it's like in the middle of the Black Friday, Cyber Monday. It's just after all of that like gluttonous shopping and consumerism. It happens the following day. So it'll be this year, November 29th. And if you can get ahead of it with your clients and speak with them about Giving Tuesday and any kind of charitable initiatives they can consider, and you get on it early, you can incorporate that into your pitching strategy. So they might not even know about it. You can bring that up to them and say, hey, you know, Giving Tuesday is November 29th after Black Friday. Is there any, or Cyber Monday, is there any initiative that you're going to be doing to support Giving Tuesday? And then you can pitch around that. And then we also, you know, HARO is very, like, people are very divided on it, but it is a really good tool for PR pros to know what editors are inquiring about, especially for gift guides during the holiday season, Giving Tuesday. Maybe you pitch and you don't land that specific query, but it gives you an idea of like, okay, well, if they're going to write about that topic, other publications might consider it too. So you've just gotten a little insight into what the media is interested in. It may be that they are doing a call out for that type of content because they have those SEO insights, the search volume insights, the things that actually move the needle. And you can see that that would be relevant for another publication so that you can pitch it out elsewhere and they might be already considering those topics too. It just, Harrow, it's very crowded, it's very competitive. People still land a lot of press off of Harrow. That's Help a Reporter Out, you guys know that, but it will help you see a creative way that from a journalist perspective of what they're looking for. So, you can swoop in, share your expertise as the source for that feature, but also, find ways to use those searches in your own pitches. And then if you really are new to Harrow, we had a whole strategic masterclass on it in the Pitch Lab because we wanted people to optimize that resource and use it in different and strategic ways to help their clients get ahead. So that was a really good class. We did a lot of research on it. We asked our community how they're using it. So just know that if you want to understand more about how to leverage that free resource, there's information about that in our masterclass in the Pitch Lab. The other thing I want you to do is you have to look at your client's online presence. So their website is like the first place you should be looking with an editorial eye. If you're going to be sending your contacts to your client's website, it shouldn't be embarrassing. And I say that from the perspective of I've had clients' websites that are incredibly embarrassing, and we do everything we can not to send our editors there, but eventually we have to. So I have a question about how you address it. If it is, you have to advise your client on how to position their website to really convey their product or service in the best light. And at a minimum, you want to ensure that the information is current, it's not outdated, it's factually correct. Maybe they changed the pricing. Is it consistent across the board? Is the website easy to navigate? You can let them know about your experience navigating their website. We've called out spelling errors, we've called out broken links, we've called out incorrect information. And we start to say, it's really important that these things get corrected before we start sending our editors there, because they have one shot. If they go and it's like just sort of like not great, they're gonna leave and be like, I don't want to send any readers there, because their whole effort is geared towards conversions. So if you send somebody to a website and it's kind of janky and you're like, I'm not putting my credit card in this junk bucket website, they're not going to convert. So that's majorly important now when it comes to sending someone to a website where they might potentially transact and there could be affiliate revenue for the editor. If it's junky, they're not going to feature it. So you just have to come at it from the expert position as their, you're sharing your expertise with them and you're letting them know the realities of what is going to happen if these things aren't fixed. Yeah, and I don't know if you're still in my DMs, but Sally did say this to a client and he got very offended, but it's like, I'm sorry, I have built some thick skin in my 17 year, prior to that, I was an attorney, you guys. So talk about having needing to have thick skin. 4 years as an attorney really was a good foundation for like getting into PR and not feeling personally like upset by anybody telling me no. You're there to advise your clients. You are there to optimize the spend that they're making on your services. And if you have that insight to say, you know what, this isn't going to work, it's going to be to your detriment, that's valuable information. And if your client gets offended, I'm sorry, but that's, yeah. And Natasha's saying too, oftentimes we will tell clients that we have a whole thing on getting your clients ready for press. And maybe that is a project-based approach you're doing to help them get ready for your retainer-based services. But you know what is going to move the needle and what people are going to be like repulsed by. And if your clients are not ready for prime time, you can tell them, you know what, I wouldn't even want to start supporting you and taking a retainer without these things happening first, so that we have all of the resources we need to be effective. So I'm sorry, we have to get brutally honest sometimes. And if a client's offended, honestly, it's his problem and he's missing out. You know, you're not here to placate the client. You're here to secure them press. You're here to leverage your contacts and use your media insider expertise to help them. And yeah, what Natasha's saying, you know, sorry, not sorry. These are our contacts. And if you pitch crap to them, that's on you. So you have to tell your clients, this is not ready. We can't pitch this, and be okay with it. Another thing that they can consider doing is kind of pivoting their content on the website to be sort of holiday centric. You want to maybe have seasonal photos. Definitely nothing cheesy. I had like a client do like a chrysanthemum and gold glitter, and you could see the like plastic, you know, that it was a fake flower, and they're like, it's holiday. And I'm going, I will never send anyone to this. It's so cheesy. But I've seen very tastefully done, you know, piles of presents with beautiful, like sparkly silver and gold wrapping. You know, things like, if you want to see tastefully done holiday ideas for photography, for lifestyle photography, look to Nordstrom, look to Neiman Marcus, look to Saks, look at how those elevated consumer outlets or websites are, retailers are sharing like their holiday campaigns and what they look like, and pull inspiration from that. No, like, you know, like red and green knitted stocking with your client's product peeking out of it. Like, that's not gonna get them interested. So non-cheesy, but seasonal inspired photography that'll kind of set the mood for it. And you also might want to suggest to them that the product description could be updated to focus on that item being giftable. So that will help convince editors that it's appropriate, that product is an appropriate fit for a gift guide, but it also enhances the client's website SEO for the general public that might be searching for holiday gifts. So something to keep in mind. You're just letting them know, like in your meeting where you're looking to them for what their holiday initiatives are, and you're, you know, maybe after you get off this call, you reach out to your clients and you schedule a meeting with them for next week or the week after, before the 4th or whatever, and you ask them, what are you doing for the holidays? What do you have in mind? We told our clients, they said they didn't know, and we said we need to, you know, please consider it for our next call so that we have time. This is one of those things you can say is like, we've gone through with a giftable focus, and these are the products we really want to focus on. Does this seem aligned? And if so, would you mind updating the copy for the product for the holiday season so that it reflects that it's a giftable item and it might come up in SEO? Sally's asking about bundling items like books and coloring pages for a lower price for both. Yes, and I brought that up a little bit earlier. Bundled special pricing or limited edition, like bundled items, are really popular. That's definitely a great positioning of, you know, something special for holiday for gift guide consideration. And then, of course, we know this, we don't just spray and pray. That's not what we teach around here. You want to be strategic in choosing the media outlets to pitch. So find where your brand's audience is hanging out. What are they reading? What media are they consuming? So you have a really targeted select outlets that are the right fit. So you can do that competitor research and list the media outlets that you want to target in your outreach. And you can pick through where your clients' products have already been featured. You can look at your competitor research and assume that whomever featured a gift guide last year probably would be doing the same this year. This year, the topics might be a little different. Maybe it's like, you know, group gift giving. Like, if everybody has to buy a gift for everyone in their family, they're probably not going to be able to spend as much or buy something as meaningful or special. But if everybody goes in to buy a gift, you know, a group gift, and everybody contributes $20, now you have money for something a little bit more significant. So that might be a theme this year with the crazy economy. It could also just be, items to kind of reflect the challenges that people are kind of facing right now. Maybe gift cards to restaurants. Trying to think of a good example of this. I'm like an electric car. I don't know, but just definitely not that. But things that would really help people that might be struggling right now. Maybe it's sort of like a pampering type thing. It's going to change a little bit what people are talking about. It's less about frivolities and luxuries, and it's more about, anti-stress, essentials, connection, things like that. Let's keep that in mind. So there are also publications that do this every single year. Every single year, they're covering annual holiday gift guides that will attract an audience that is a good fit for your client's brand. So look for those publications that are doing it year after year. There's also TV shows that are doing multiple days of expert suggested holiday gift, tables with items on it. I'm going to share a feature with you from one of our Pitch Lab members. We've got Elaine has this great pitch that ended up like snowballing into a major media feature for her features multiple for her clients. So I'll show you that, but a lot of it is print and then digital and also TV, and even podcasts now are a great opportunity. So keep that in mind. They're going to be happening, and one piece of coverage the other thing too is quality over quantity. Always, that's always what we teach. So we know that like a very strategic piece of media or a feature in one highly visited publication with your brand's exact target audience will have so much more value and potential ROI than tons of like little blogs and websites with limited traffic, and really no influence over buyer decisions. So keep that in mind. It doesn't have to be like you're pitching everyone and hoping for volume. You want to get in the right places, be intentional. So the other thing too to think about is the location when you're considering where to pitch. If your client's product is only available for local delivery or shipping, or it's like a regional type of thing, then you should probably only be reaching out to local media. And on the other hand, if you are reaching out to national publications, they will only cover items available to all their readers. So if you don't have something like a service that's available nationwide, or you can't deliver nationwide, like a lot of fresh baked goods don't want to spend the money on the packaging that will help a product arrive, refrigerated or whatever. So they will only ship in a certain region. You can't pitch national for that because they want the items to be available for all of their readers. Obviously, this is like we do this for every single pitch. We pitch the right people at the right outlet. Not every single editor or freelancer, writer, producer is covering all of the stuff at this publication. You want to make sure you're pitching the right editor. Most outlets will have a dedicated team, specific editors compiling these gift guides. You may have to dig a little bit to find them. You can post in groups. Specifically, we have a free Facebook group, Profitable PR Pros. People in that group are very open and sharing, very in the know. If you're trying to find somebody at a certain publication, ask in there and maybe they'll share it with you and have a contact that would be better than digging. And the other thing too is these days they might be called commerce editors. That's sort of a newer thing, but those are the teams that are responsible for that affiliate revenue piece. And they're writing features for the purpose of converting those links to affiliate revenue sales, like I described. So look for commerce editors too. And finding contacts, you can look on LinkedIn and look for those publications and see, they'll list the publication and who's doing what, and you can find them that way. We have a lot of success looking at LinkedIn. And then other platforms like you usually do. You can also research last year's coverage. There's also a service called Gift List Media. The pros of this is that it is access to a lot of contacts that are specifically focused on gift guide, compiling gift guides in a bunch of different niches. But we have also heard that it's quite expensive, and because everybody's moving around so much, it's sometimes out of date. And I don't believe that it has already been updated for this year, but we have had members use it with a lot of success. But we also have our media contacts database, and we have made it searchable for gift guide editors. You can use a keyword gift guide and it will pull up the contacts that have been earmarked as in the past featuring gift guides. The whole database is searchable, and then you can see niche specific gift guides. Yes, I can. So the media contacts database, it's really affordable. At least we try to make it affordable, because I want it to be the thing that doesn't hold you back from feeling super legit. Like, well, how can I be considered an effective PR professional if I can't even afford a database? And it's like, everybody should have access to media contacts. And so this is community curated, and our members contribute their media friendly contacts that want to receive pitches. They're, PR friendly. And so that database, just know that we have updated it with the keyword gift guide, and you can search by niche. And we offer that as a special bonus to anyone who signs up for the Pitch Lab with an annual membership. So it's a really good, it's like a kind of a no-brainer when you do that. It's you get 2 months for free, you get that database. And then if anybody here is a member and you're doing monthly and you want to update it to annual, reach out to Miranda and she can help you take care of that, because that'll give you access to the database if you don't have it. And if you do that and you've already purchased the database, like anytime you do things or upgrade or whatever, we'll just reimburse you. Don't be like, oh, you did it out of order. It's like, we got you, we'll take care of you. So it's really good. Our contacts convert really well. We've had members like Natasha tell us that they have a lot of success with our database because these are people our community members have had success securing features with. They're sharing their contacts. It's like a co-op. It's really good. So just keep that in mind. And we made it affordable. So if you don't have access otherwise, it's like under $300 or free if you do the Pitch Lab for a year. Yeah, Natasha, yep, I don't even pay for Cision or Muckrack anymore. Ooh, that's good to know. That's awesome. Okay, this is essential. Make sure your products have good reviews and affiliate links. Like I said, they're gonna require affiliate link opportunities, especially through Amazon. Okay, here's what I have to say about this, is that the deal with Amazon is that they have a much, much shorter lead time to get products on there. When you think about other retailers like Target and Nordstrom and Walmart, they have buyers, they have a process, they're ordering well ahead of time. And so when people are looking for sort of feel good, trendy items that are like impulse buys, that is where they're going, to Amazon. Like if something is trending on TikTok, it'll be on Amazon, and then there will be 20 copycats in a very short period of time, because there isn't that runway when it comes to trends where a Nordstrom, a Target, any other retailer is going to have to go through their normal buying channels. So the shorter lead time makes Amazon current, And editors are looking for those no-brainer items. So an under $30 item, an impulse buy, it could be that like beauty product that's a total game changer, some weird kind of crappy thing that's trending on TikTok that everybody is like rushing to Amazon to just buy it because it's an impulse item. They say specifically things that are on Prime are really valuable because you get free shipping and free like expedited shipping, and editors love that because they know people are really quick to put it in their cart when there's free shipping. And then also having really good reviews. So when something is popular on Amazon and the products have really high reviews and it's under $30, it's a no-brainer. You're like, well, why wouldn't I put that in my cart? People love it. I have to try it myself, and it's kind of not expensive. It's a total no-brainer. And with Amazon, editors for their publications are getting full value of someone's cart, not just for that one specific product. So Amazon's affiliate program compensates the affiliate for the full value of someone's cart. We know the commissions are lower than normal, but you still get that benefit of the full cart transaction. So they're looking for commissions like a minimum 10%. Amazon is not that, and different items are commissioned at different percentages. But the opportunity for full cart and impulse buying is really high on Amazon. We have seen that as the most popular affiliate linking opportunity in my agency. We get the most traction for that. But also around the holiday time, Amazon bumps up their commissions, specifically for like Prime Day, around the holidays. They do bump up their commissions, and they tell their insiders, their affiliates, or not the affiliates, the influencers or whatever, that that's happening. So those are the products that they're more likely to want to write about. So keep that in mind. This is the no-brainer. Amazon, it's a trend. It's up there fast because it doesn't have to go through those normal buying channels. It's those impulse buys. I don't believe Amazon has a sliding scale for affiliates, like who sells more gets a higher percentage of commission. It's done by the item category. So like, I don't know what the commissions are, but like electronics, usually things like consumables, like diapers, are very, very, very low. They don't offer big commissions on that. But if you originate a link featuring diapers, someone drops it in their cart, and then they do all their other buying, you're still getting the higher percentages on the other items. I don't know what the commissions are. I should. I'm an Amazon insider affiliate or whatever. Just I sign up for these things just to see how they operate. No intention to monetize, just to see. But they're usually done by category, and they make it kind of hard to find what those percentages are. But I promise you, publications know it. And one of the benefits of Bryce's newsletter, Bryce Gruber on Substack, she's giving you hot commissions each week or each day. I can't remember, each day. And Natasha just posted that here for us, her Substack. It's free. There's also a paid gated version, and that's where the really good content is. It's worth it. You'll feel like a media insider. Subscribe for free and then opt in. It's definitely a worth it expense. And I told her I would tell you guys that this was very valuable. But she will say, okay, these are trending right now, these commissions, these items, like pitch these out if you can. So it's helpful. And then obviously you're going to have all of the details that you need. So if an editor or journalist will land on your client's link and they see good feedback, positive reviews, they're going to be more inclined to place that product. And when there are good reviews, the media experts know that their readers are more likely to purchase. And having those reviews builds trust. So that's a big, like, if your clients have a certain product on Amazon where the reviews are like mostly 5-star and there's 500 reviews, that product is going to be really enticing to an editor. So you might be able to really work that in for their holiday gifting season opportunities. Okay, so when you let me just go back because it's pretty. Perfecting your gift guide pitches. You are always there to make the journalist's job easier. That is the main point of any pitching strategy. And also, will this make them money? So you want to make it easy for them to say yes. So you make their life easier, better by offering something on a silver platter that's going to convert really well. That's going to drive revenue for them. That is going to be extremely important. Can it make them revenue? And is it making their job easier? The other thing is make the subject line specifically calling out holiday gift guide, because they're getting so many pitches every single week. And that subject line at a glance is the quickest way for them to find what they're looking for. So if you want to include holiday gift guide in the subject heading, that will allow them to, maybe they're not working on it just yet, so that will allow them to put it in another folder and then search later on. They can save it and then find it again for later consideration. And then you want to present the details about your client's product in something really easy to read, very like succinct bullet points. So you want to write it up as if you are an assistant writing the first draft for the editor. So you're going to make it really easy for the editor to accept your product pitch and share your product's benefits. And what you can do, again, is start by looking at that media outlet's holiday guide from last year, so you can get a feel for the style and the format of those gift guides. Use bullet points and really highlight the price, the product benefits, the features of the item, where it's available, what makes it so special, and then provide that link so that they can click through and they can easily know where to send people to purchase that item. And they'll see when they land there, do I want a link here? Is this going to convert to sales for us? Is this going to convert to affiliate sales for us? And usually if you call it out specifically, we're available on Amazon, and you can like highlight the word Amazon. And actually don't do that in your pitches. They don't like when things are like embedded in that way, the word and the link, because sometimes they'll copy and paste everything and they have to take out your links. But link to where you want to send them, not embedded in the word, but next to it, say can be found here with an actual link. And then provide also a link to the high resolution and web ready photos. So it's inside a Dropbox or Box or Google Drive, not embedded or attached. If it's one product, one image, you can embed it, but not an attachment. Obviously, we know no attachments. And then you can consider adding these themes that your client's product will fit well into. Get creative, offer a list of gift guide topics that your product could fall under. Maybe they haven't started considering their gift guide, but they'll like your idea for, gifts for gifts for your friends with pets, or what to buy your hard to please mother-in-law this holiday season. You're coming up with these ideas and they might be like, oh, that's kind of catchy, or that's clickable. People would really like that. So you can start to put your products into categories and feed them something pretty interesting. Bullet points, of course, succinct. And then you do want to mention your clients' affiliate programs and their commissions in your initial pitch. We used to say, like, hint at it, available on Amazon. Or we're part of ShareASale. Now it's like, we offer 10%, we offer 25%, whatever it is. And again, you're going to talk to your clients right now and find out what their affiliate programs are and how to push it. Hi Des, commissions change based on category. You are going to push it with them and say, what is the absolute highest? We need to make your product as appealing as possible. And the number one factor is Will it convert, and how much revenue can it earn for this publication? Full stop. You need to tell them that. So point it out, provide a link, and that is carrying more weight these days, and we're not hiding the 8 ball. It's no longer like, we have affiliate revenue, just if you want to like write about it. No, it's like, this is available to you at a high rate. That's a good question. Sarah says, it's more important for digital, but a lot of times there are usually print will also appear in digital. And there's also additional opportunities on digital versus print. They're updating the content more frequently. So, they're usually not tracking any affiliate anything on print. They just can't. It has to go through an affiliate tracker like ShareASale or Amazon's tracker. So you can't really do it on print, but digital, absolutely. And there are an abundance of opportunities, like way more than print. Yes, that's important for digital. Print can't be tracked. So, and then be ready to provide samples. Most will require sample products specifically for gift guides. Things have shifted a bit. I'll tell you a little bit more about that when it's right in this bullet, but things, we haven't really been sending unsolicited gifts lately or unsolicited items. You want to communicate your kind of needs for the holidays with the client. Most publications will use photography that you're going to give to them. It used to be that they needed an item to shoot, but budgets have been cut. Photography budgets are definitely cut. And if your client has really good product photography, 300 DPI on a white background, transparent, so that it's there's no lifestyle aspect to it for some of those features, they can just drop it in a layout. The samples would be used for consideration, especially if it's the type of item you need to personally experience to understand the benefits, the differences, the features of it. So you can offer it and connect with your client to find out what you're able to offer. You can communicate with them early so you know what their inventory is going to be. You also know that you're not pushing products that they're going to be out of stock on. One of our client calls yesterday, was it yesterday? No, Tuesday, that's a key detail that doesn't matter. Obviously, I was trying to think, but they are having supply chain issues. And they said, we are not going to be in stock on this item for the holidays. Like if we get any features, we're going to sell out. So they don't want us really promoting that specifically. And we know we can't offer a sample because there really isn't that. They'd rather sell the inventory. But other items we can talk about because they have the inventory. And if somebody features that and they sell out, we would advise them to put up a waiting list page. And then sometimes you can pitch like the product that has a 10,000 person waiting list, or, that's sold out 3 times. No one knows how many. Did they make 100 and it sold out? Did they make 100,000 and it sold out? It doesn't matter. That's how you're like pitching it. It's sold out. But make sure that you can capture that interest if they run out so that they can, that happened with the pitch that I'm going to show you, Seven Sisters Scones, that they ran out and they had like a page to say, we'll email you when they're back in stock. So capture it somehow, tell your clients, okay, it's sold out, but people are writing about it. So you might want to put up a waitlist page and capture people's email. So when you start to ask for them to ship samples, you don't want them to be caught off guard or be like, what is this for? So you're going to communicate it with them early so they're ready to go. And you obviously have like a process where they're shipping. Either you can send somebody straight to their website and give them a promo code, or you do the transaction through their website, or you can we have a grid of all of our requests, and we will email them and say, we dropped in a new couple requests in the grid, and then they'll enter the tracking and then we can track it. But we want to streamline that process and go directly with their team so the warehouse gets it out really fast. But most of the time we are not sending unsolicited packages of products. What is happening is that, let me just see how I'll get to that in a second, because this is a good point too. Offer your samples in the pitch at the end, and it's important to word it the right way, because this is a really strong call to action. You want to use wording that is like them taking the next action and making it really easy to move this forward. Like, please let me know the best address to send you over some samples, instead of wording like, please let me know if you would like to try this product, because that's different. Okay, so like maybe they say yes, then you have to say, okay, what's your address? And then they have to get back to you a second time and give it to you. Just be affirmative, like, please let me know the best address to send this to, because then it's not them having to say like, yeah, well, I kind of want to try it, or they're obligated in some way because you offered to try it and they accepted an offer to try it. You're offering to send it and they're just telling you where. It's a little bit different. It's a lot easier to take that next step. So that's a really good one. That direct wording, it's more proactive. It's going to set you up for more responses. Always ask for permission before sending samples over. They get so many requests. So if they say no, do not take it personally. A lot of times we've had editors say, no, don't worry about sending a sample, and they'll still write about it, especially if it's like meeting all of those affiliate needs. But what happens is they are getting hundreds of samples every year. They're overwhelmed, especially close to the holidays. They have a sea of cardboard boxes piled up all around them. Sometimes they're still working from home, especially freelancers. They're in like 5-story walk-ups in New York with no elevator. Like, they don't need extra stuff. So ask first, and it's really appreciated. Try to avoid sending an entire collection or all shades of some new product, or, you know, colorways or whatever patterns, unless they specifically request multiple options or the whole collection. A lot of editors these days are thinking about sustainability and waste, and you want to recommend to your clients that they use sustainable packaging, consolidate wherever possible, and don't send things unsolicited, because it's excessive, it's unnecessary. It feels to them like it's much too much. And you know, if your client is trying to say that they're green, eco-friendly, you know, they're offsetting carbon emissions, and then they send a box with styrofoam packing peanuts, like truly styrofoam packing peanuts, which just happened to us from one of our clients. It's like, we're green. And we got the box and we were like, like, that is not going to fly. Editors are savvy. They're going to be like, this is not aligned with your corporate values. So is it a marketing talking point? I don't feel good about recommending this to my readers, because you don't, you know, practice what you preach. So make sure that they're sending things in sustainable packaging. And then you can also find out if your client would be open to running a giveaway. Certain publications will feature a product and then offer something as a giveaway. They'll do it as a way to grow their social media following or their email list. If you have something particularly desirable, maybe consider offering something up as a giveaway. Your clients have already said that they are open to it, and it could be a good way to get that extra you know, social media feature or some virality to that feature, where people are tagging their friends or whatever on the features editor's social media. Okay, so this is always fun. One of the things that our members always ask us for is, oh, I screwed up the formatting on the next one. Just ignore it. Hold on. They want to see examples of winning pitches. People are always like, well, what did that pitch look like? Or how did you position it? Or what happened next? Or what did you say in the follow-up? So we actually have something I had always wanted, but we have a winning pitch vault. And it is members of our community will submit their winning pitches, and we feature them in these nice PDFs. We want to really highlight how they were able to convert and their expertise. And it's real, and it's also divided by niches. So you can kind of see like, okay, these are tech winning pitches, these are nonprofit winning pitches. So it helps to see like, how are other people doing this? And one of the things that I think people are discovering is that it's not, they're maybe overthinking it. It's not that hard. It's the shorter, the better, the more succinct. It's not some like aha revelation. It's just really succinct, informative, targeted, relevant, timely pitches. That's it. That's what we teach in the Pitch Lab. Strategic, targeted, timely, relevant, affiliate. So ignore the bad like formatting. But anyway, Elaine from Empowered PR, she also has another PR firm with a partner. But this is when she was doing it on her own. And this was her 7 Sister Scones. I realize you might not be able to see this, but when you get the replay, you'll have access to this replay forever, either inside the Pitch Lab because you're a member, or because you paid to join us today, you get access to the replay. You'll be able to see this. But this is her 7 Sister Scones baked goods shipped within 24 hours. So fresh, baked fresh, and shipped within 24 hours. That's really important because you feel good about sending that fresh baked, small business, female owned business, where it sounds so delicious. It's like sweet and savory, fig and goat cheese, strawberry champagne, bacon and cheddar, one of our favorites, caramelized onion and Asiago, pomegranate martini scone. I mean, so good. And then it highlights, it ships within 24 hours of baking, and gets a little bit into the fact that there really are 7 sisters for this company, where they're based. And it's got personality. She's like making scones the center of the menu at their cafe. Can you say scone witch, a scone sandwich? Like, she's adding personality. Please keep in mind, you guys, there are people reading this on the other end. You know, they're not robots. They're people. They want to connect with you like you're a person. And if you work with them, they want to know that you have a personality and you're going to be easy and fun to work with. So keep that in mind. I love how Elaine added some, Elaine, are you even here? I love how she added some just personality to it. That's really important. And then reviews, which are great. And that could also really help share that it converts well. You know, people like it. Maybe these reviews sit on the website and someone would land there and be like, oh my God, they're magical. They'll change everything, you know, delicious, moist, sweet, blah, blah, blah. So it's kind of also convincing them that it would convert well. And then I'd love to send you, see what she did here. Please let me know the best address to send. Who's going to turn that down? You want to send me free baked goods? Here's my address. When can I expect my package? Like, yes, please. So this converted really well. She connected with I think it was a freelancer that wrote and ended up writing a gift guide feature for Better Home and Gardens, and then was featured on the Today Show. So she did her whole table setup with all of her items. I think 7 Sisters was like top of the table and ended up being first. So this went gangbusters. It was also featured by Taste of Home and also the Katie Couric Show, a couple other places, but they sold out. They went absolutely crazy. They had a wait list. It was like that good. So that was awesome, and kept it really simple, so it works. And then we have Chelsea. Chelsea, are you here? Chelsea's gonna get married pretty soon. No photos and emails. Hi, are you excited we featured you? No photos and emails. Hyperlink out. Writers and editors hate photos and emails because it can be a virus. Yes. Yay, Chelsea. So, yeah, it's exciting. I hope it helps. Yes. Okay, cool. Hi. She has a really good subject line, very succinct. It's a hot wearable, clearly a tech. And then she has, clearly indicated this is for a product review or gift guide. talks about the features and benefits, and some, really interesting innovations in this product. She highlighted some things that would be specifically relevant. I'm trying to see too. One of the things I would recommend, if possible, is make it where she says like fauna would make a great gift for a wide cross section of your readers. I'd love to see if you guys, it takes extra time. Obviously, this didn't matter in this instance because she got GearBrain, 9 to 5 Mac, IT for All. These are outlets I know GearBrain, I don't know. We actually just got one of my clients' baby monitors featured on GearBrain, and I was like, oh my God, a little tech mention. That's so cool. But mentioning the publication specifically also goes a long way. We know that it's time consuming. Obviously, in this instance, it didn't matter because it's so relevant to who she pitched, but it also does help convert really well. And that's my next point. Chelsea, brava, good work. I'm so happy we could, feature this. And I like where she said, can I interest you in a pair to review or holiday gift guide consideration? Please let me know your preferred style, because this was a specific item that had multiple styles. It was a wearable. You want to look cool in it. The address and the phone number, and we'll get a pair to you ASAP. Like, boom. You want it? Tell me what you want. It's already headed your way. So I love that. It's hard to resist. So great work there. And like I said, we want to highly tailor pitches. This is the same for regular pitches, gift guide pitches alike. They receive hundreds of emails every day. Around holiday time, it ramps up to hundreds. They can instantly recognize a generic email and they delete it. Chelsea says, we made sure the client shipped same day and 2-day shipping to journalists. So they were like, bam, while it was still top of mind, the specific style they asked for was already on their way to them within 3 days. So that's awesome. And that's how you capture that interest as quickly as possible. Spray and pray does not work. Editors are savvy. Do not do that. It will not save you time. It will be a waste of your time. Okay. It's a waste of your time. Personalize your message to the recipients. By doing your research, you've already looked them up. Maybe you have certain connections to their content or their publication, any personal experience with your clients' products, anything that you can kind of leverage to show that the messaging is related directly to that editor. It's not generic. It's not a one-size-fits-all pitch. It's specific to them. You know what they write about. You know what their publication's about. And then you're going to transition into your pitch. So you're going to start the conversation being really specific to them, right? No copy paste, no spray and pray. You should tailor your pitches to fit the publication's specific gifting categories. So if an editor is working on holiday gift items for the trendy teen, make sure your pitch has messaging featuring the product that best fits that category. And you want to get creative with that. So you're going to tailor your pitch for the holidays. Think about all of the gifting advantages your client's product has to offer. Focus on those. Is it a good price point? Is it for the whole family so that you get this item as a gift, and during your holiday celebrations, the family is instantly brought together because they all want to play with it or experience it. What are those advantages that come with giving your product as a gift? And consider sending one roundup email. So this is a strategy that if it's done right, it does work really well. I don't love the firms that offer a reduced retainer. This is their offering, a reduced retainer to be part of a cohort of like-minded products. So it'll be like, get into our baby basket, and they'll take 10 baby brands and then they pitch you all out at the same time, all the time. That is not what I'm talking about. Do not do that. And we have had more clients come to us and say we screwed up and we bought into that for our first 3 months when we launched and we didn't get anything. And I'm like, yeah, no kidding. And then they've kind of missed that great launching opportunity by squandering that time with this mass pitching factory that didn't get them anything. That's not what I'm suggesting, but when it's done right, the goal here is that your role as a PR professional is to make the journalist or the editor's life as easy as possible. So you can consider sending one tailored, thorough, personalized roundup in an email to each editor or writer. So you might have products that are not a good fit. Like we specialize in baby and kids, beauty and cosmetics. Not all publications are considering both. So I'm not going to just give them a list of all of our clients. It's going to be the items, the clients that are relevant only to that writer at that publication. But that is going to make their job easier. So each month you can consider a short and long lead pitch for gift guides, send a monthly list of all your clients, their holiday tailored products, any new launches for consideration. And this is a really good idea if you're planning to pitch the same editor or publication for multiple clients, because again, it is going to make the journalist's life easier. It means that you're more likely to be selected and you're helping to build those key relationships. Again, we're making it easy. So if you're pitching multiple clients, maybe you also have it in a Google Doc so that you have it easily searchable, sorted into categories. You can include a sentence about each product you're pitching and send as many relevant clients as you can in one single pitch. And then you can also theme different clients together under possible gift guide, roundup ideas, themes, recipients, price point, whatever those like categories are that you're going to be pitching out. You can pull a bunch of, rather than saying like, my client, Omnilux LED, has this. It's like, this product is a great fit for this overall theme. That product is a really good fit for this category theme. So you're not necessarily just talking about the brand, you're specifically aligning products with the gift guide roundup themes and ideas that you think would be kind of fun for them to think about. Imagery. I see a lot of chatter happening about images getting marked as spam. If you embed it or include it, first of all, we want good imagery. Let's just start there. You want to have really good photography, will help your client stand out. Obviously, snapping something on your iPhone doesn't cut it. So you want to have full-size images at the ready. Obviously, not in your initial pitch. You can link out to Google Drive, Dropbox, Box, somewhere where they can get access to a very organized file of images. Or if they follow up and request, you can easily pull it up. If you have a lot of photos, include that link and they're organized, like I said, like lifestyle, product shots, high res, low res. And keep this in mind, the photos should be titled with the name of the product or the type of product, so they don't get lost in the shuffle. The name of the product, like if you have a piece of luggage and it's called the Erica, they're not gonna know, oh, I have to look for the Erica. You're gonna say like luggage or suitcase or something like that, so that they can search that word and be able to find the luggage. So when I say the name of the product, it's the item, not the like internal name you picked to make it interesting, because they're not gonna remember that. So keep in mind when you have your files, if it's just a generic like img-1748.jpg, they can't search that. They can't search it. So it's going to get lost in the shuffle. What do you do after you send your pitch? Follow up. We mention this all the time. I try to give you guys like what's happening in our agency when we convert, how we convert. We convert in the follow-up always. I mean, I'd say, I don't know, less than 10% of pitches are, we hear a response without sending a follow-up. It's just the volume of pitches, the busyness, the volume of output that these editors are responsible for. They might have it flagged and be like, okay, I'm going to say that. I got to get back to that. And they don't have time. And when you follow up, they're like, oh my God, thank you. I was saving your message and thank you for reminding me. Yes, send it or whatever. So don't be afraid to follow up. You're not annoying them. Well, don't annoy them, right? Don't be annoying. Be a normal human being. But follow up if you don't receive a response, because editors are receiving hundreds of emails a day, a week. Yours could have gotten lost in the mix. When you follow up, you get another chance to prove your product is worthy of inclusion. You can include, anything helpful, like details, any additional assets, high-res photography in a Dropbox if you didn't already include that. Do not include an unsolicited email attachment. Sarah has a couple questions. How many follow-ups are okay to send? And also, how many days should be in between the follow-up? So how many follow-ups? Whatever feels comfortable to you. Like absolutely for sure 1, possibly up to 3 with different information or a different angle, a different approach. And if that, second, you're like, I'm not feeling it here, find another editor at the publication that's the right fit and pitch them the same pitch, or go back to that original editor that you pitched with no response and come up with a different pitch, a different angle entirely, a different product entirely, a different idea. So use your existing pitch with another contact at the publication, because essentially that first one turned it down by not getting back to you. And then you can pitch the original one a new idea, a new concept. In terms of how long to wait, Tiffany here in the comments, Karen Weintraub from USA Today said a couple weeks ago, she wants 1 follow-up only. And if you haven't heard within 48 hours, move on. Okay, so that's Karen Weintraub. That's helpful. But other publications, other editors, especially if you have a relationship and especially if you know you're sending something to them that is like on the nose, I think you can push for 1 more. And 48 hours, it's like, what if the news was crazy? Or what if it was like a Friday and you're following up on a Monday, which I know Friday pitches are controversial, but Prowly confirmed that that's the highest open rate and the highest converting day to send pitches, because we have all learned not to send pitches on Fridays. So you're the only one sending a pitch on a Friday, they're going to see it. Anyway, do that at your own risk. I think so interesting, right? Yeah, so many PR. See, you guys, if anything, that is worth the price of admission, just to know that. But yeah, everybody learned Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Most press releases go out on a Thursday. Most pitches happen Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, there's like actual studies that back it up. I'm trying to think. I think it was Prowly. But yes, Madeline is confirming so many on Friday. I love sending pitches Friday morning. Yeah, just know it's not a taboo. It's not a no-no. You're actually competing for less. Your competition is lower on those days because nobody is sending. Blah blah blah. Where am I going? Okay, sorry, I have to go back up to where I was. Make sure you include all of the relevant information that editors are going to need. If you missed anything, include it in the follow-up. The details that matter are, access to photography, link to high-res images and link to, organized images that they can pull from. You want to have the price, like the firm price, where people can buy it, and that should align back to affiliate opportunities. If your client's website does not have affiliate tracking tied into it, don't recommend that they go there and recommend their readers buy it on your client's website. That's not going to convert for you at all. You have to link out to one of the major retailers with an affiliate program, or really come out and let them know what the commission is on their website and what affiliate programs they're a part of. So it's like we are not hiding the 8 ball on that anymore. It's a huge part of you pitching. Where people can buy. So again, tie that to affiliate. A lot of editors aren't going to open emails with unsolicited attachments. So if you do send things through Dropbox or, I don't know, the other places, make sure that that link does not have an expiration date. Because if the editor saves your pitch, they're going to review it later. They're going to click on the link and see it's expired. That's it. They'll just move on. They're not going to double check with you. And don't get discouraged. Keep your head up. Pitching takes time. There's a lot of factors outside of your control. But think about the benefits of pitching gift guides, even if you don't secure a press feature, because you are going to still be putting yourself out there, building relationships with key media along the way. Maybe you wouldn't have otherwise reached out to these people. It lets you introduce yourself, your agency, your client's brand, and you are going to be able to connect with that handful of quality editors and reporters that will be relevant to you in the long run. They'll come in handy down the road. And if you are struggling to land placements for one of your clients, make other recommendations for them. So what we have suggested in the past is that you can help your clients craft their own SEO optimized gift guides on their own website and still generate results, because the kind of keywords, the kind of imagery, the frequency with which you're posting, if you think about search volume for yourself, or your clients are looking at it for themselves, what are questions that their target audience are going to be asking for that they want to come up in the search results? And they can back into those search volume topics and create their own content on their website's blog that will be still SEO optimized and let people search for that and return their own website. So all is not lost. It's another idea. We love to give our clients, like, if things aren't working, we're always retooling. I'm also always honest. So we have a client right now we're really struggling with, and we don't know why. And the client is like, so we're behind by your consideration. Like, normally this would be happening at like the 3rd month, and we're in the 5th or 6th month. And I'm like, yeah, it's behind. We're not happy. We're trying everything we can. Here's all the things we're doing. And no, we're not satisfied with the results. We're not happy. It's not going how we want it to. Like, I'm not going to be like, yeah, this is great, or like, it's coming, don't worry. She'll say, do we think that these samples we sent will convert? And I'm like, honestly, I do not know. I don't know. Typically, yes, but something's off here and we don't know what it is. I do know what it is. It's that they're not on Amazon. They're not on Amazon. They have 1 or 2 products on Amazon. She doesn't like Amazon. So it's hard to have a brand presence there and a lot of reviews and have customers really raving about you when you're kind of not really there. And so it's challenging because they're offering 2 really low price point, like a lip balm and a blemish oil on Amazon, and all of their key items are not there. So it is having an impact. It is, for sure. Our other clients were not struggling in that way when we can point them in other directions for affiliate programs. So that's an opportunity. And we also love to really help our clients leverage any successful holiday gift guide placements. So we know that our work doesn't end with a successful placement. A little more work to do. You want to thank your editor, send a thank you right away. Let the editor know that you're going to share the article. Repeat that. You will share the article everywhere. Your client's website, all of their social media platforms, on your email list multiple times. You want to drive eyeballs to that article. Like I said, these publications are data driven. They're searching for data. So they're going to see when you help them move the needle. And especially if that converts to sales. So you are going to demonstrate that you're a valuable partner to collaborate with, and that you are doing the work to help them get the visibility that they absolutely need to effectively do their jobs and effectively keep their jobs. So leverage, share, and that'll put you in a better position the next time you reach out to them. They're going to be like, oh yeah, like they helped us drive so much traffic. Like if we write about them again, we have a client that was featured in, what was it? Daily Beast or something, I don't know. And they talked about the LED mask in a standalone feature. And then they sold so many of these masks and the commission was really high on it because it's a high price point item. They have rerun that same article like 5 times with a new headline. And it started out like, does LED work? And then it started getting more and more like, you know, this is where it's at. And now the headline is like the absolute best, most effective, life-changing, transformational LED mask on the market. And you're like, what is it? You know, they have found that that article converts really well. So they keep rerunning it with a new headline. It's fantastic. And the client sees a ton of sales from it. And whatever the publication is obviously getting a ton of commission because they keep same content, different headline. And they were like, oh, that's happening. It's like the gift that keeps on giving. So, and my client is sharing it and leveraging it. But if it converts really well, they will keep coming back to you. So you want to share that on, it's awesome. So great. My client's like, yay. Woohoo! We saw a spike from that. I'm like, of course you did. Look at the headline. It's like insane. You're going to mention it on social media. You're going to share it across social, announce everywhere you do it. You link to the article because you want to drive people there to read more. So link to the article on your client's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Maybe it's mentioned on their TikTok channel, their LinkedIn pages. Tag the media outlet and that editor so they see that you're doing your part. You're driving traffic to their gift guide. And if you have social media for your agency, share it there too, tag them there too. Okay, this is part of our job of helping them do their job most effectively. And I've never pushed this as hard as I have this piece of it, because now it's all about them having to perform in this way to generate the revenue that's needed to keep their jobs, specifically like having this conversation with Bryce that confirmed it. So the more you can leverage, the more you can offer, the better it's going to be for your long-term relationships. Add it to the client's website, share it. You know, you can include a link to the article on the home page or the press page. Here's my lawyer hat for a second. So as featured in, and then naming the publication is fine. Anything that's IP, intellectual property, like the logo, not the word InStyle, but the fanciful logo. That, when I say fanciful, it's like, what does it look like? You know, this is a logo, right? It's the fanciful font, the color, the treatment. If you use that on your website, like it says InStyle, Us Weekly, or whatever, with their logo, technically you don't have usage rights for that, or your clients don't. So you need to let them know. It's in our contract too. So if you're in the Agency Accelerator, our sample contract includes that by sharing features, we are not giving them the right to use it. Even featuring like a page in a magazine or like cutting out, technically is sharing their copyright protected material. The logo is trademark protected and you can't use it without permission. Everybody does. 99.99999% of the time, it is not a problem. But it has come up where publishers, I mean, they're folding, and what do they have to protect themselves? They have IP and they have lawyers. So they will scroll the internet and find, you know, companies, and smaller companies are scared and they shake them down for a settlement. It happens. So if you include the words as featured in with the name of the publication, you're not infringing in any way on anybody's copyright or trademark. Using the logo itself does, but link it out. That's always great. It's a great selling point, helps you land more coverage in the future, and it gives your consumers a really like needed boost of confidence at the point of purchase. They're like, oh, the editors are writing about this. That's cool. So they might not have read about it on that website, but they're seeing it now because it's featured on your website. So just keep that in mind. Okay, next steps. We're wrapping this up. Yeah, to say as featured in, yeah. We are going to reach out to our clients, let them know what we talked about in the first slide and kind of the shifting economy. They are feeling it. They know. They're not, you know, if they're going to compete with big box in any meaningful way to convert more features and actually get visibility during this critical holiday season, they need to increase their commissions for affiliate opportunities, because it goes back to the editors' need to earn revenue for their publication. So go to them, say, what can I do? What's the max I can offer? How do we get that going? Because I need to reach out immediately and let them know we're in it to win it. Like we're players in this game. Start working on your strategy now. Start looking through clients' products and starting to think from a gift giving mindset. Who's the recipient? What's the price point? The features, the benefits. Start to really think through. Do your audit of their website and their other social media assets and presence. Make sure you're like, this is going to convert. This is going to give them confidence to mention this product, because it's very thorough. It's current, it's up to date, all of that. And then you're going to start with your long leads, like now. You know, they usually work 4 months in advance. It is now 6 months for Holiday Gift Guide. It's just a longer runway. There's a lot more to consider. Their big issues are December, and then January is like, so this is the time to get it out there in front of them. So pitch long leads now, and then get this product samples ready and pivot over to short leads when the time comes, and just keep at it until, you know, right until like the last minute opportunity your client has to get a gift out in time. If they're offering expedited shipping or a gift card or something that can be digitally delivered, last minute opportunities are still available to you. Okay, that's what I have for you guys today. Time for questions. Okay, awesome. Oh, yay, Tiffany, that was amazing. Good. I just have to pull up my document, and then I'll go through my where did Miranda put it? Q&A. Okay. And then I will go through, yeah, Sally, we'll get it up, you know that. Okay, I'm going back through. When should we start pitching for long leads, Sarah? Yeah, end of this month, for sure, get it rolling. Ashley made a comment about stressing to shop local, shop small in all of her clients' campaigns. It's like, I would imagine, Ashley, that's a core value of your clients and also for you and your agency. It's a core value that you want, you know, to highlight smaller businesses. And that's, yeah, I can't remember in what context I was talking about that. But yes, I agree with that. If you can shop small, I think a lot of editors really want to do highlight the smaller businesses and throw them a bone. Kristen asked if I had a list of who was cut or where we can dig for that. I do not. We started noticing people posting on LinkedIn like, hey, anybody have any job opportunities? I'm a freelancer now. Okay. And then Kristen also asked about with the context of affiliate revenue, does it mean that they are more likely to feature expensive items? Sometimes, the other factors are still at play. Does it work? Can they wholeheartedly recommend it and not just try to sell it? They need to maintain that trust. So is this just an expensive item, or is it expensive because it's awesome and it works really well, and therefore they're confident to recommend it? Does it have a really good, really good reviews? Can they show on their website that it performs the way that they're saying it does? All of that still matters. They're not going to recommend something that's expensive just because it's expensive, but they are willing to recommend something at a high price point if it is still genuine to their they want to keep the trust with the readers. So if they feel confident to recommend it because it's great, they've tried it personally, they've had results, or they see great reviews or whatever, they can mention it. And then the price point and the conversion at the commission rate is, still really beneficial to them. So it's kind of a win-win if it's a high price point item, but it's also like a really well performed and well reviewed and performs really well. Okay, Natasha kind of pulled out an excerpt from Bryce's newsletter. I'll leave that to you to chat with friends and colleagues about, but I can tell you at iHeartMedia and 3 of my favorite Midwestern media houses, the ones, dozens were let go yesterday in New York City, plus or minus 50 junior level and edit support staff were either fully let go or told they were welcome to pitch features until there's a shift in the budget. So freelance. I'm not going to screenshot emails I have from LA, Dallas, and Miami-based publishers, broadcasters, but long story short, more of the same, which is, alarming. So the goal, the takeaway is, how can you help them earn money for their publications? Question for the end from Kristen. The last 2 years, we've done sort of an overall agency gift guide strategy where we do things as a holistic gift guide strategy as opposed to each person pitching their own people. So we divide and conquer. One person might do gifts under. Yeah, that sounds like that's not a question. Oh, it's a thought. Just wanted your thoughts on doing this as opposed to each client in its own pitch. If that's working, I think that's fantastic. And I think that's really a well-positioned strategy to focus on the gift benefits, the recipients. That's how editors are thinking right now. You're very specifically aligning ideas to the types of features they're going to be thinking about writing. So I would imagine that converts very well. And if you said you've been doing it for 2 years, Kristen, so it must be converting really well. I like that. And it, as long as it doesn't step on the toes of other team members that might also be pitching the same items for other topical gift guides, because an editor is going to be like, oh yeah, I read about that. And I remember it was this person, Kristen, that pitched me, but now I'm getting an email from this person, Jen, and it's the same brand, it's the same product. Like, who do I get back to? That could be problematic. So don't step on toes with your team if possible. But it sounds like it's working really well for you. And it kind of aligns with the other strategy I mentioned of like compiling your clients into like a monthly roundup of ideas. I shared a link to our media contacts database. I answered that. I'm just making sure that I didn't miss anybody. Amber was talking about the pitch example I shared doesn't have any images in it. Do you recommend not having images throughout the pitch, maybe just at the bottom? No photos and emails, hyperlink out wherever possible. Editors do not like photos and emails. It could be a virus. Keep that in mind. You can include a link to your, Dropbox or Google Drive. We answered the question about how many follow-ups. Hold on, I'm almost done, guys. And then I have a couple questions that were asked ahead of the call. Okay, Okay. Oh, Rashida, hi. What about pitching for being included on gift guide roundups like TV morning shows? How would affiliates work there? They make a ton of money from that. And what they do is they feature it with the like the Today Show and Good Morning America. They do those. I mean, they have even like specific social media channels dedicated to products they're recommending. Okay, now I have to try to go on Instagram and not get sucked in. Today, it's Shop Today. Okay, so 156,000 followers. This is an example. So they're the editors behind today's shopping recommendations. We interview experts, research trends, and try out products to make shopping easier for you. It's all affiliate driven, 100%. So things that are featured on TV, they will have a digital component, Rashida, that will link out to their affiliate links. So they'll have like the video that appeared on TV embedded in a website page or a blog post or whatever. And then the various products will be mentioned and you can link through from that. And then also all of these are shoppable. Shop here. We found your summer hosting must-have. Shop here, shop here. Shop beauty and fashion deals, okay? So they're leveraging it. They're leveraging it across social to ensure they grab those links. Yeah, okay, so Rashida, good. You're awesome. Thank you for being here. Okay, last few questions. Oh, a good tip. Which one, Natasha? The Today Show tip? Okay. Yes, Madeline. Oh yeah, Shop Today IG. And there's also one for Good Morning America. That one's usually deals and steals, guys. It's hard to convince clients to do that because it's a pretty big discount that you have to offer. Pretty big. Like usually I've had clients use it as like a way to clean out their warehouse on something that's like a overstock or slightly damaged or whatever. Kiana, I've been getting so many of these affiliate article ads from publications on Instagram lately. I mean, they're because they know the sweet spot. How many ads do they have to run? How do they, like, what is the cost per customer acquisition and what is the commission on the other end? And they know it's all data driven. So they know like what the customer acquisition cost is from those ads and what your average basket transaction is and what that equates to in terms of affiliate revenue for them. So they know it's cheaper to run ads and get in front of you with the 10% chance you buy for a $17 commission. If the customer acquisition is $3, then that's a really nice commission they're making on you. So yeah, pitching my author client for today because they do a Mind Matters segment, so her book on Amazon works. Last night I saw best travel hack products on Amazon and it caught my eye. The other thing is influencers are running ads. There's cheap ads they can run to their social media content, and there's like influencers that are known for certain roundups, like home organization roundups, like cool devices that you wouldn't know about, or like our 3 favorite hacks, that we found on Amazon. And they'll see what posts get the most traction and then they'll run ads to that. And so you'll see it in your feed like a normal post and you'll click through. It'll say learn more or shop now or whatever. Yeah, they totally work. Kiana almost bought a vacuum cleaner that she didn't need a few days ago. Yeah, and now they're making their way to TikTok. That's going to be, we had a masterclass on TikTok as well. That's going to be a whole other discussion. But the TikTok component, that virality ties in really well to Amazon because that's where products get online very quickly. That is where those little like feel good, want to try it, no commitment type products that they see on TikTok. It's like, well, it's a trend. I kind of want to try it. Like those bubble masks or like, I don't even know, the devices everybody's using. It's like, well, let me just try it. It's $30. The reviews are fine. Let me get it. that's sort of how TikTok is converting on Amazon. Amazon works really well for that because it's quick and they can just get it up fast and stay on top of the trends. Bryce mentioned specifically these like Balenciaga inspired foam slides, or like rubber slides. Like the Balenciaga version is like $400 or $500. Glass cups and straws are huge. Aesthetic related, yeah. And so it's like these Balenciaga slides. They're like the pool slides. And if you don't want to spend $400 or $500 on them, you could get them for 22 bucks on Amazon. They went crazy and everyone started selling them, you know, cheap knockoffs, because it's like a no-brainer. It's that style for less. And now Target is selling them too. Yeah. Target makes really good dupes and they're very timely. It's interesting. You're like, I know exactly where they got this design from. Very on trend, all of their, you know, their releases. They can do this fast fashion, they can do it fast, but not as fast as Amazon. You know, Amazon's just people from China directly selling things that they can produce very quickly. There's no buyer, there's nobody as a middleman saying like, okay, we're going to make those buying decisions and then go from there. So it's interesting how that comes into play. I have a couple questions from Justine. Where do you find editorial calendars that include gift guides? So we covered in this class all about figuring out what outlets do gift guides, looking at the past, like really thinking about your client's target audience, where they're reading, and then looking and seeing, have they done gift guides? What were some of the topics? We have editorial calendars in our execution plans inside the Pitch Lab. And they're awesome. So imagine you get 100 publications that are relevant to you, and you have to go through all of them and figure out each month what they're writing on. But basically, they're the advertising and marketing, you know, information for the publication for advertisers. But we pull them, we sort it by month and by publication and topic. So if they mention in their advertising media kit that they are going to focus on holiday gift guide, we will include that in our long and short lead, so it's timely for you. So if it's a long lead publication, it's in our execution plan coming up if they mention gift guides in their marketing, what did I call it? Media kit. So we do pull media kits in the execution plans and like specific topics that each issue will cover, but it's not all gift guides and it's not also topic specific, like recipient specific or gifts under 100. We don't know any of that. You can get information about that by searching through past issues. What is a good strategy for figuring out whether or not a gift guide would be a good fit for your client's products? Definitely covered that today, really thinking through the recipient, the price point, the functionality, who would this be for? You know, it's not forcing it. It's really understanding alignment and a targeted, relevant pitch that isn't forced. You know, like it should feel natural to talk about this as a gift in this publication for this type of recipient, or this item with these features and benefits, or these company values is the perfect fit for this publication. It's like gonna be different for every publication. So while it might not be a good gift for one publication, it could be like spot on for another. So think about where your audience, your client's target audience is reading, and then look to see what they are covering and talk about. Okay, this is specifically about, you know, for gift guide pitching, how much should you personalize your pitches? Should they be hyper personalized or more bulk style? Hyper personalized is always going to convert better. I'm sorry, I know it's more time consuming, but it converts better if you can make it very specific. You know, the core content is going to be similar or the same, but the intro, how you tee it up, how you show that you're aligned with what they're up to, that's going to convert better. So, it takes more time, but it also converts at a higher rate. She's also asking, what materials do you need and how far in advance do you need them for your media kit in order to pitch long leads? We have an entire training on press kits inside of Stack 2 in our Pitch Lab roadmap, talking about what is included, what is needed by the media to consider, how to position it in a way that is informative and on brand, but not too wordy. And, people don't really print like pamphlets anymore. They're usually electronic press kits, what's included in it. And sometimes we will also just give the information to support that pitch only and not like a whole brand explainer. If they want to get into some of that, we will follow up with that. But they don't need to like read every single point about your client's backstory. Unless you're pitching them for a feature, then you briefly touch on it and expand if they're interested. But they don't need to know like your gift giving mission and the client's backstory or how they transition careers or came up with this idea. Like that's not going to convert. It's too in-depth an initial pitch. So, but either way, make it, the gift guide, you want it to be reflective of what you are pitching out for holiday. And then finally, how to best incorporate affiliates, especially share a sales strategy into gift guide pitches. Well, we talked a lot about that. And the answer is don't hide the 8 ball. This is a major, probably the most important factor in what they're considering is the affiliate revenue possibility. Where is your affiliate program you're suggesting, or where are the multiple places that you can offer affiliate commission? If you have share a sale through your client's website, you need to run to them pronto off this call and say, here's the deal. What's the max amount? Because we are not going to compete with a low price point item at 10%. We need to ensure the minimum transaction is $50 or higher. And, people are moving a lot of this product, and we can help them generate like $1,500 to $2,000 in sales based on our affiliate link in the first week. So you're not saying that to them specifically. Is affiliate marketing working with local TV as well? Sally, honestly, I don't know. I don't think it's at that same level. Maybe, I don't know if anybody else wants to type in the comments specifically. We're not really pitching that out. I think that there's a lot of experts. It's a different, local, and Natasha's saying, I haven't heard yet, and I know local news broadcasters. What we're seeing on local is more aligned with the expert who's going around. Like we'll hear of like some style expert that will do a 3, city tour, and they'll bring your products and they want to get paid. They want like $500 or $2,500 or whatever. And you get 3 local segments. They're talking about products. If that is appearing on the website, sometimes they're including their own affiliate links. The editor, the expert who's on air is getting money from the brands to be featured, and then also asking the local, if they're not including their own affiliate links, use mine. Can you use these links for me? And then they're kind of siphoning off that traffic. I don't know for sure that that's happening, but we've had some experts that we know are making money, even featuring it on their own platforms, and then they go on TV and they're getting revenue from those features that their brands are talking about. So, we also, just so you know too, we have a deep dive into affiliate marketing. We have that affiliate marketing masterclass. And we are going to bring in we're following up, and we're going to have Bryce come in too and really talk about like the state of the state right now and give us just a kind of like basically what I told you, but more of it, more in depth, really understanding how that piece ties in to converting your features. But, more than ever, that piece matters. Convey it to your clients. And if they don't have it, you're going to be the one who suffers. So, well, that's what I have for you guys today. Does anybody have any additional questions or thoughts, comments, anything? You know what? I swear we're not like, we've actually had a lot of people that have enrolled in our blah blah blah. What is it? In our pitch lab lately. I'm just going to include a link, but I'm not here. Like, I'm not here. This isn't something like come and I want to sell you on anything. We put these resources together because they're valuable. And, I'm just telling you about them. So helpful. Took a ton of notes. You always do, Natasha. Gold star. But if you paid to join us today, and so many of you did, so thank you for, being a part of that. If you decide you want to join the pitch lab, there's so much, it's like so freaking good. I wish this existed when I started my business. Sally's mind is blown. That link, I believe, will take you to, if you paid for today, you can apply that to your first month. We just want it to be like no brainer, check it out. I'm not here to like sell you on anything, truly. I just wanted to let you know that resource is there and it's really good. It's going to save you time. It's going to make you money because there's a lot of research that you don't have to do because we do it for you. Like a lot of research. Like if you value time as money, you're going to save so much money because of the time we are saving for you by giving you what you need. So just check that out. We have a little promo where you can just apply what you paid. But anybody else have any questions? I'm so glad you find it valuable. We always aim to deliver, and I can't come on here and be like, everything's great, just like pitch like always. It's not the same as it used to be. Last year's comment on affiliate was like an asterisk, a little more than a footnote. It was definitely like, well, it's helpful. Now it is essential. It is absolutely essential. How are you going to help them save time, make their lives easier, and make their publication money? Because that is job security for these editors. That's what's happening. 400 of our colleagues got laid off. The ones that are still there want to keep their jobs, and that's how they do it. So how can you help them do that? Through your affiliate programs. All right, guys, thank you so much for sticking with me for 2 hours and 15 minutes. If you have any questions at all, share them. I'll smile, take my picture, and post it on Instagram and tag me or whatever so I can retag. But I'm going to wave. Hi. Eee. Probably nobody took a picture, but either way. I really appreciate all of you. I love seeing so many of you on here and consistently joining us. And just thank you again. And if we can help in any way, let us know. And have a great rest of your week. Happy early Father's Day. And I'll see you guys really soon. Thanks so much, guys.